Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Under the Radar, a place where we discuss your favorite basketball players and hoopers inside and outside the NBA. Today's story is about Ja Morant and his rise to become one of NBA's youngest superstars. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how did Ja Morant become one of the best players in the NBA today? And how did he overcome all of the amazing obstacles that were placed in front of him in his life to overcome and to make himself a bona fide NBA superstar? Let's roll the clock a bit. Demetrius Jamil Morant, yes, ladies and gentlemen, pretty darn epic name. That is Ja's full name, Demetrius, which kind of kicks ass as a first name. And then Ja comes from Jamel. Was born on August 10, 1999 in Daysville, South Carolina. Currently, Ja is a superstar and player for the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, he was born to T and Jamie Morant. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, he is a super athlete because his mom was a point guard in high school. So you already know, point guard position in the NBA was already in his genes because his mom was a point guard in high school. And apparently, she was a softball player in college, while Ja's dad was also a hooper. And apparently, he was high school teammates with the legendary Ray Allen. And he played basketball for Clayton University. After playing semi-professional basketball, T considered playing pro ball overseas. However, his wife Jamie, Ja's mom, became pregnant with Ja. So, T had only one option to sacrifice his basketball dreams and decided to settle down and become a dad. And instead of becoming a hooper, Mr. T here ended up being a barber instead, which is quite a sacrifice by Ja's dad. What an amazing sacrifice. And ladies and gentlemen, that sacrifice was worth it. Now, Ja would train really hard in his backyard with his dad, who taught him step back jumpers, and Ja was literally grabbing his hops up and down with 1,000 reps. He used a tractor tire to increase his bounce. So you already know, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of reps equals a lot of bounce. And Ja would play amateur AAU basketball circuit in South Carolina with the Hornets, a small grassroots team that's based in Columbia, South Carolina. And for a season, Ja actually played with fellow lottery pick Zion Williamson, who, became draft buddies with him. And Ja would attend Crestwood High School in Sumter, South Carolina, where he grew from 5'9" to 6 feet in his first 3 years with the basketball team. Now, Ja actually left as its all-time leading scorer with 1,679 points and setting a career high of 47 points against Sumter High School. In his final 2 seasons for Crestwood, Ja would average 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists per game, earning South Carolina Class 3A All-State honors in both years. Now, Ja also left high school as a 3-time All-Region MVP, and sadly, ladies and gentlemen, he couldn't dunk the basketball till he was a high school senior. Imagine, Ja Morant, the guy who we all know and love, who has insane hops, could literally clean anything off the backboard, and could technically hit his head on the backboard, couldn't even dunk a basketball until he was a high school senior. Unbelievable. Sadly, ladies and gentlemen, Ja was not even ranked at all, unranked by recruiting services like ESPN, 24/7 Sports, and Rivals. His only major NCAA Division I offer came from South Carolina. Funny story, ladies and gentlemen. Ja was accidentally discovered by Murray State in early July of 2016 by assistant coach James Kane. Now, James Kane was actually thinking of recruiting a couple players because he was looking inside of a camp, trying to spec out everybody, while looking for a bag of chips or some sort of a snack to take a break and then go back in the gym. Mr. Kane here would notice Ja playing his heart out in a 3-on-3 game in the opposite gym. And Mr. Kane here was really impressed, and he contacted the head coach of Murray State, Matt McMahon, and he soon offered Ja a full ride scholarship. And on September 3, 2016, Ja would commit to play for Murray State during a dinner at Mr. McMahon's house. His dad would famously say, every parent wants their child to play at a big-time program. But what I realized is, don't go where you want to be. Go where they want you. Wow, that is some nice stuff, Mr. T. Now, for Ja's freshman year of college, on November 10, 2017, Ja would debut for Murray State, scoring 7 points in a team high of 11 assists in a victory over Brescia University of the NIAA, or basically the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, which is just another smaller league of Division 1, basketball. He posted his first triple-double on December 28, recording 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 assists in a win over Eastern Illinois. Ja would record his second triple-double in school history, for the first coming from Isaac Miles back in 1984, and it was also the record for most assists at a CFSB Center game, surpassing the old mark of 12 established by Aubrey Reese against Alabama State in 1999, while averaging 12.7 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 6.3 assists per game, as Ja would earn all first team OVC along with OVC all newcomer team accolades, and his 6.3 assists per game ranked with 14 in the nation for his freshman season, and he became the 7th freshman in 25 years to accumulate 150 assists, 150 rebounds, and 10 blocks while shooting at least 42% from the field. Morant and Murray State would advance to the NCAA tournament in his freshman season after capturing the OVC, the Ohio Valley Championship, in a victory over Belmont. And Morant would score 15 points and 5 assists and 5 rebounds in that game. And Murray State would sadly lose in its opening round game against West Virginia. However, after that 85-68 loss, Ja still scored a good 14 points. Entering his sophomore season, Ja began to register on the radar for some scouts in the summer of his sophomore season in 2018 because he was one of 20 players that were invited to Chris Paul's elite guard camp. And by around the holiday season of 2018, Ja was actually unanimously considered one of the top 5 picks in the next year's 2019 NBA draft, according to Yahoo Sports and Pat Forday. Now, on January 10, 2019, Ja was actually named the mid-season top 25 watch list for the John R. Wooden Award. And on the same day, he also broke a school record for most assists in the game with 18 assists, while scoring 26 points over UT Martin, where he established a new scoring career high 9 days later in January 19, where he would record 40 points, 11 assists, and 5 steals, and shooting a perfect 21 of 21 from the free throw line in a victory over SIU Edwardsville. And he would break the OVC record for most consecutive free throws made in a game, and he became the 10th player in Murray State history to ever record a 40-point game. And Ja also became the first NCAA Division I men's player in 20 years to tally 40 points, 10 assists, and 5 steals in a single game. And on February 2, Ja would collect 28 points, 7 assists in a victory over Tennessee Tech, where he broke the school single-season assist record of 212 set by Chad Townsend back in the 1996-97 season. After posting 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 14 assists in a victory over Eastern Kentucky, Ja became the 46th Murray State player with over 1,000 career points as he eclipsed the OVC record for single season in assists, which was also held 34 years by Dwayne Washington of Middle Tennessee. At the end of the regular season, Ja was actually named OVC Player of the Year and First Team All-OVC. He literally led NCAA Division I basketball in assists, and he later earned First Team All-American honors from United States Basketball Writers Association and Second Team All-American honors from Sporting News. And on March 8, in the semifinals of the OVC tournament against Jacksonville State, Ja would score 29 points, including a game-winning 3-point play. Just a day later, he would record 36 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists in an upset victory over the Belmont Bruins, who weren't actually playing without their first team All-OVC center Nick Morvansky, and for the OVC tournament title. And Ja would subsequently become the tournament's MVP. And on March 21, in a victory over 5th seed in Marquette in the first round of 2019 NCAA March Madness tournament, Ja would post 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 16 assists, and he became the 8th player to officially record a triple-double in the history of the March Madness tournament. and first ever since Draymond Green in 2012. In the second round, Ja would chip in 28 points in a season-ending loss, sadly, to Florida State. And during the game, Ja would actually set school records for career assists and single-season points. And he closed his sophomore campaign while averaging 24 points, 5.7 rebounds, 10 assists, and 1.8 steals per game. And Ja would actually become the first NCAA player to ever average at least 20 points, 10 rebounds a game in a single season. Following Murray State's loss in the 2019 NCAA March Madness tournament to skip his final 2 seasons of college and to declare for the 2019 NBA draft, where he was selected the second pick overall by the Memphis Grizzlies. And from there, ladies and gentlemen, Ja became the Rookie of the Year, as we all know, beating Zion in the process. And ladies and gentlemen, ever since then, ever since 2019, Ja has constantly become better and better, carrying the Grizzlies from a old forgotten team that once was a hungry team that is willing to fight anyone for a playoff spot, to now becoming the hungry Grizzlies once again, winning 9 games in a row as of the recording of this video, and subsequently becoming the 4th seed in the Western Conference, beating the Lakers and the Portland Trailblazers in the process, which kind of low-key makes me sad as a Lakers fan. But an amazing job there by the parents of Ja, and Ja, man, you deserve everything that's coming to you. Good luck, man. Good luck for you in the playoffs. I wish nothing but the best for you, Ja. Keep working hard, man. I want to see you as an MVP one day. And maybe, just maybe, Ja, in your little grizzly paws of yours, I could see a golden ring. Maybe. But I predict that you'll be definitely a future champion if you keep working. But keep having that hard mentality, keep grinding, Ja, because you went so far with the mentality that you have. And keep going, man, keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video. Make that like button turn blue. And hit that red subscribe button to join this amazing family. Come on, man. It only takes a couple seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen, consider to join the family. So, new videos, new basketball videos every single week. I kind of like that deal. So, God bless, stay safe, goodbye.